Let's now get through the URL races here in stage 2. And whilst we are doing this, I'm pretty sure one of these will no doubt unlock the SUVs in the car lot, and that will be important because we will be spending some money on those. Anyways, let's begin with this. From Rachel. Yo dog, you're gonna face some stiff competition on the track tonight. Some of these guys don't exactly play fair, and they just as soon run over you as you... Some of these guys don't exactly play fair, and they just as soon run over you as go around you. Pick a good line and stay alert, and you should make it to the finish. Okay. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a cutscene here, so I'm gonna put the mic on mute.
Let's heat it up.
Bayview Speedway is now open for business. I'm also wondering if after this we'll be able to get some more cars unlocked, although it probably won't come until after we're done with the second one. But I will check to be sure. Alright, so we've got an MX-5... So we've got an MX-5, an RX-8, a Nissan Sentra, and I can't see who's at the back. I'll probably know by the time we get to the end. Anyways, closing in on the 2 leaders, and also doing, ironically, a pass in the grass. I basically took the lead in true 1987 Dale Earnhardt Sr. fashion. Basically, by passing my opponents in the grass. Which is ironically what he did in the... Which is ironically what he did to beat Bill Elliott in the NASCAR All-Star Race of 1987. A moment which many people will know very well as basically being the pass in the grass. Anyway, I am already pulling away from my competition. Brian is 2nd, Jason 3rd, and Luke is in 4th. I don't know who the bottom 2 guys are because I cannot see them on the leaderboard. And I sometimes wish I could. But anyway. We move away from our opponents. And I also use my nitrous up. And I get some back again. I now have a 6-second advantage over Brian. And it looks as though that advantage is going to increase. Is what I think. Or most likely think. And it looks like I'm gonna win this by 7 seconds, and I do. And there we go. I beat Brian to the line by, just under 7 seconds. Well, virtually 7 seconds. So, the other opponents we had in this race were another Mazda RX-8 and also a Toyota Corolla. Jason was 3rd, Luke 4th, Christian was 5th in the second Mazda RX-8, and it was Eddie who came home 6th in the Mazda MX-5. Already, 200 rep points and another 1100 in the bank. This will be good because it means... I think once we're done with the second one, we should unlock the SUVs. Although I will have to check to be sure. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah, you lit it up out there, but remember, that was just a taste. You gotta keep winning to stay. People are taking notice of you, and it ain't all good. Don't ask me how, but you landed yourself a new set of wheels. I guess the sponsors saw something they liked. Head down to the car lot and pick something out. It's highlighted on your map. Later.
Rachel, I gotta say that was deeply appreciated. But anyway, there we go. So that is our first Underground Racing League event done in this game. And I'm gonna go and see... Okay, new inventory in the car lot. Nice driving out there. Head to the car lot when you have a moment. I hear they just received a hot new addition to their inventory. I really hope this is going to be the SUVs. I will head over there and check. Or at least I hope it will be the SUVs. But anyway, we will find out. Because it's what I do. And here we are, the car lot. Going to enter the shop? Yes. I really want to see if the SUVs are available.
Welcome to the delivery room. Aluminum and steel isn't crafted any better than this. Select a sweet set of wheels right here.
I also know precisely what car it is I'm picking for this. And it's not going to be the Cadillac Escalade. By the way, the other car we get regarding the SUVs is the Hummer H2, but I think for this... Because a lot of you would be expecting me to use the Cadillac because it has the best handling, I'm going to change your thoughts and use the Lincoln Navigator. Because, well, this is a super utility vehicle that most people would not consider using, but this is where I will make the exception, because I do want to use the Lincoln Navigator. I will use this thing. Because I can. So, let's pump up this bitch. And also put on some body mods once I'm done. Oh, I think I passed it. And yes, I did. Here it is. And going down here. And here it is. Performance shop. Because I may need it.
Stock is for suckers. Hey, swap out stock parts with aftermarket hardware to slam more power from your ride. Upgrade the brains of your ride by swapping out the stock computer with a super chip.
Rachel, I'm already working on it. So, transmission, suspension, just putting on basically every upgrade I can put on at this stage. And tires. Yeah, Yokohama, because that's who I'm sponsored by.
Now, bigger is better, so upgrade your brakes for shorter, quicker stops.
And now, weight reduction.
Break the barriers of top speed by slimming your ride with a weight reduction kit.
Alrighty. And the turbo is not unlocked yet, so we've put on all the upgrades we can put on here. Yep, okay. And now, I will do some body modifications to this thing. Because that is what I'm here to do. I want to make sure this car looks cool. Cool and good. Hopefully. Alrighty then, we've got all the upgrades on. Now all we need to do is put on some body mods. And how am I going to do that, you may ask? Well, simple. I'm going to head straight over here. Well, at least I can say the car is a lot bigger than my 106. There's also not many body parts I can put on this thing.
If your car's not fast, it better be cool. This is where you can add some style to your ride with these specialty parts.
And last but not least... Okay. And doesn't look like we're gonna get anything else on this thing. Okay, well, anyway. That's our body mods now out of the way, so... I guess that'll do it. Let's now head straight over to our SUV races. Here we go.
Now, hey, vinyl is second skin style for your paint, so layer it on.
And most of these I've not unlocked yet. Okay. Oh, yeah. I should probably purchase the setup as well.
This is the wet bar for your ride. Give it some distinction by coating it with some paint.
And I'm gonna finish this off by putting on a new coat of paint. Something at random. Sure, why not? Just to, yeah, I think this will do it. Okay. That's pretty much everything I can do to this thing without putting on any specialties. Alrighty then, let's do this. Let's get going with our first SUV race, as organised by Carvey. This is one loose whip, man. You're crazy if you think you even have a chance. No matter, I'll take your bank. You know what to do to get it started. I do. I'm also pretty sure it's going to be me taking your bank from this. Anyways, here we go. And what have we got in terms of our competition? We've got one Lincoln Navigator and two Hummer H2s. And because I have the upgrades on, this is pretty much going to be a done deal before you can even say competition. Because my only response will be, what competition? And then you'll know precisely why, because I am pulling away from the competition there is. I probably could have used the Hummer if I really wanted to, but I just decided it would be easier for me to use the Lincoln, just because, well, there aren't many people I can think of who would actually feel tenacious enough to use the Lincoln. At least not people I can think of, anyway. So, you know. I did also figure it might be worth it for me to change the colour of this thing so it looked a little bit more stylish. I'm not wasting my time putting on these features, by the way. I'm just trying to make sure I don't waste too much of your time whilst I do it, which is part of the reason why I sped up the process of me putting on all the upgrades and also all the fucking paint changes, I guess you could say. Anyway. I move away. Not really much of an impact on the nitrous, but that'll change as we go along. Anyways. One 0 to the Lincoln Navigator. Jamie was second, Carvey was third, and it was Wojtek who came home fourth. Alrighty, 300 rep points and 300 bank points. And you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to get a replay. Because I figured this might be cool. For me to get a shot of what is basically my soccer mom car. At least I think that's what it is. At least I'm pretty sure the right term to use is soccer mom, because, well, there's a lot of people who own SUVs like this one in America. Although I don't think there's any available in the UK. At least I'm pretty sure there isn't. Unless Ford has decided to give us a Lincoln dealership in Lincolnshire. Which, from what I've heard at least, is probably the closest area we can probably get to Motor City. Motor City, by the way, is basically Detroit. And if you're asking where Detroit is, it is located in the same state as the Green Bay Packers. In other words, it's located in Michigan. Oh wait, hold on. No, correction. Green Bay is located in Wisconsin. I must be thinking of the Michigan University football team. That's probably who I'm thinking of. Yeah, my bad. It's actually home to... I think disco and soul. At least I think that's what Detroit is home to. Anyways, I got a full race replay. I do apologize if I made a mistake in saying that Green Bay was located in Michigan. No, Green Bay is very much located in Wisconsin. I do know this, it was just a poor sense of thinking. Huh. I've almost got 3,000 credits in my bank. Wow. Okay, anyways. But yeah, point is... Detroit is basically home of the automobile in America. At least it's where the likes of both Ford and GM are based. GM, by the way, is General Motors. Lincoln, by the way, is a Ford-owned brand, and Cadillac is technically a GM-owned brand. I should also mention Buick is still going as well, even though no one really hears about Buick anymore. This one, loose whip, man. This is one loose whip, man. You're crazy if you think you even have a chance. This is coming from Dan. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I've already read that description before, I don't need to read it again. So we've got, once again, 2 Hummers and 2 Lincoln Navigators. Still not getting the head start points, but then again, I don't think that really matters, because right now, I'm just out here to prove I can win with the Lincoln. And at the moment, it looks like I'm going to be proving just that. Whilst also taking the shortcut in the process, and almost everyone else follows suit. I know one of us definitely follows suit. Amy is 2nd, Dan is 3rd, and it's Jazz who's running in 4th. And as I would have expected, well, my upgrades are basically stonking the competition. And there is a very good reason for me putting those on, because it's easier for me to not waste your time going through all of these. Still showing the races in full display, but also making sure that I also manage to get the fucking races over and done with, so then I can finish off stage 2 once and for all. Alright, final lap. Even though this is only a 2-lap race. Anyways, we continue to pull away. And so we continue. Alrighty then. I also step on the brakes. And I now have a 5-second lead over, I think it's Amy who's running in oh, Jazz is running in 2nd. Yeah, anyways. Oh yeah, I just remembered. I'm pretty sure Detroit is the home of soul. At least that's what I think it is, because I know that there was one time where Detroit used to have a lot of jazz and soul artists recording there. They also have a lot of blues bars as well. But anyways, another race is won, and by 10 seconds over Jazz. Amy 3rd, and Dan was 4th in the Lincoln Navigator. I just remembered, Michigan also has a high school football team as well. At least I'm pretty sure they do. If you're asking what football I'm referring to American football. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there is the Michigan High State team. At least I think that's what it's called. But anyway, yeah. I'm probably just talking about things I have no fucking clue about. Anyways. One SUV race left. Alright, here it is. Oh boy, is this gonna be a long one, from Martin. What do you call that thing you're rolling in on? It looks like a box on wheels, boy. I guess we can bend the rules a little to let you in. I like a good laugh. Don't we all? Just had to take a sip of water there. And I am racing a herd of Hummers. Basically, all my opponents in this race are driving Hummer H2s. And just like that, I already mosey my way up into the lead. And so we do it. I am leading over John, Lawrence, and Martin, who, believe it or not, is running at the back. And I'm also pretty sure if he finishes in last, then my only response is going to be, get fucked. So yeah, there is that. I'm now pulling away from my competition up to this stage in the race. And I don't think we're even halfway there yet. I also just burped, excuse me. Why did I downshift? I don't know why. Was there any reason for me to downshift? I don't think there was. Anyway. And I went straight into a dump canister. Can't really say I'm that surprised. Well, at least it means the AI aren't really seeming to catch up to me at the moment because of all the upgrades I have on. I'd also have a much harder time of getting back up to speed if I did not have these upgrades fitted. Because right now, if I did not have these upgrades fitted, I would basically just be going at a snail's pace. At least compared to what I would be doing. But anyway. 2 minutes 44.8 was the lap I set on the first one. Oh, so that explains why I just came to a dead stop. Because there were multiple water barrels. Well, as long as I don't have another big accident, then I reckon things should be alright. Hopefully. So anyway, I am now pulling away. By under 5 seconds over John, Lawrence, I think, is in third, and it's Martin who is running in fourth. I think. And he is still running in fourth, so... So Martin, you can literally suck my dick. Alrighty then. So we're now 8 seconds clear of John, and it looks like, providing I do not hit that dump canister again, I should come away with a pretty dominant win. Okay, got a much better entry through the left-hander this time around, and up the straight. We will be racing on this course with cars as well at some point, and I can assure you it will feel at least 20 seconds faster than how it currently feels with the SUVs, and I now have a 12-second advantage over John. Maybe if it's possible I might be able to possibly get a 15-second advantage, potentially. And as I expected, I demolished the opposition. Huh. I won in the end by nearly 18 seconds over John. Lawrence was third, and Martin was fourth. So Martin, you can literally suck my dick. Because you came home last. Alrighty. 300 rap points, and 300 points in the bank. And... now, we will head back over to the URL races. And this should be how we finish stage 3. So that's what we do. But I just figured I'd drive over because it's right here. And now I'm going to switch cars. Back to the Peugeot 106. For what should be 2 tournament events. Alright, let's do it. From Peter. Yo dog, you're gonna face some stiff competition on the track tonight. Some of these guys don't exactly play fair, and they just as soon run over you as go around you. Pick a good line and stay alert, and you should make it to the finish. So basically, Peter's message is the same as Rachel's message. That's understandable. Especially since this is only my second time doing a URL race in this game. Segment-wise, that is. I've done all these races before. Just sipping more water. Hey, I'm on the front row with the 240SX. That's actually not bad. And we've got an Audi A3, a Hyundai Tiburon, and who are the last 2 cars? A Golf GTI, and I think the last placed guy is in a Mazda MX-5. And there's been some contact. I don't know how, but there's definitely been some contact. And now the Golf is right behind me, as is the Hyundai. I will make sure neither of them get up to the lead, as I will block them both heavily. David is currently second, Marcus is third, and it's Phil who is running in 4th. Up to this stage of the race. It's a 4-lap race, so we still have plenty of time to get ourselves out in front of the rest of the field. I should also mention, this game ironically has a lot of sponsors. Singular. I'm pretty sure that brand doesn't exist anymore because well, there used to be a brand called Singular Wireless, but then basically because the brand itself was owned by AT&T, the two of them basically merged, and well, Singular as a result became defunct. And unfortunately, the brand is not around anymore. Anyway. I'm pulling away from Marcus and David. And providing I don't make too many mistakes from here, I should pretty much be able to mosey away from my competition and basically just look straight ahead, more or less. I will also consider doing a few more events with my Peugeot before moving on to my next car, because I have a feeling the Peugeot is going to be useful for at least a few more things. And then once we're done with that, I'll switch over to my next car. Haven't decided which one it's going to be yet, but I think I have an idea over which car it most likely will be. I should also mention, winning the URL races is basically the only way for you to unlock more cars in the dealership. Alright, we're almost there. And now we just have a few corners left. That now makes it down to 2, and it looks like I'm going to finish first, and I do, with a time of 3 minutes 47.49. Oh, it was a Supra we had in this race. Okay. So Marcus was 2nd, David 3rd, Julian 4th, Phil came home 5th, and it was Peter who finished 6th. Oh, okay, it was another single race event. Okay. I guess it must be the next one that's the tournament event. Anyways. Another 1100 credits is in the bank. And now we shall move on to what should be our final event of Stage 2. I'm also pretty sure we've done everything else. New inventory in the car lot. I'm pretty sure this is where we most likely unlock the Hummer H2. I'm pretty sure that's what we unlock. Anyways. Final race of Stage 2, and just to be clear, yep, we just need one more win and then that should do it. Okay, here we go. Time for our tournament event. And same description as before, basically copied and pasted from the other one, so let's just get on with this. I'm also pretty sure this is going to be our first tournament event of the game as well. Also, I should mention, all tournament events in this game, they're basically involved with the URL events. Those are the only tournament events in this game. So we get a Corolla, a 206, a Golf, another Golf, and I think that's another Corolla I see there. And poor start there. Oh, and we get a 240SX. Okay. Well, anyway. I'll know precisely what these cars are by the time we get to the end of this race, and now I immediately thread the needle and slot myself up into first with the slingshot, and just like that, I now have a 2-second advantage at the end of lap 1 over Ali. Michael is third, and it is Lynn who's running fourth. And so we begin. And by that I mean, well, we begin pulling away. As I would have expected. Now get a 3-second advantage over Michael. Ali has now dropped down to third. Lynn is still running in fourth, so no changes there. We are halfway through this event. And it looks like from here we are probably going to be pulling away just a little bit further. And now Ali has dropped to the back of the pack as Donnie has now taken over fourth position. Well, at least I can say they're mixing it up. As they should be, because, well, it is a race at the end of the day, for God's sake. And you've got to at least have some elements of competition. That, by the way, is why we have overtaking. So we can have more of a competition. And there we go. Race 1 is won and done. In just 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Hey, I was right with all my guesses. So we had a Corolla, 2 Golfs, a 206, and a 240SX. Winning in the end by 6.2 seconds over Michael. Donnie was third, Lynn came home fourth, Ali was fifth, and it was Rupert who finished sixth and last. That's our first race done, so let's now move on to the next race. I might also consider using the Navigator for the start of stage 3, if I really feel like it. Although, not before I've done my cleanup of collecting all the bank and info rewards, which is basically how I choose to start every stage. I'm also pretty sure we'll unlock the Jackson Heights area once we're done with this event. I'm pretty sure we don't need to do anything else. I also got all of the hidden races out of the way, so that really doesn't matter. The only thing I really need to do now is just focus on my peers, basically. And we're racing on the exact same track we were racing on before. I'm pretty sure of it. Alright, 1 lap down. Let's now get through our other 3 laps. So Donnie is currently second, Ali is third, and it is Lynn who is running in fourth. As I now have a... As I now have a 3-second advantage on the pack. And at this time, we are doing well. And another lap is down. And I now have a 4.3 second advantage over Donny. Lynn is third, Michael is running in fourth. I don't know if there either is or isn't going to be a tie for second, but right now it's looking like Michael is probably not going to come home second in this tournament. And using a shot of nitrous off the final corner, and now we move on to our final lap of stage 2. I have a 7-second advantage out in front, and it looks like I'm going to hold on to that advantage, because as you may or may not have guessed, I am running good, and hopefully I can stay running good, because that's precisely what it is I'm trying to do here. Okay, anyways. Donny is second, Lynn is in third, and it is Michael who is running in fourth. We might get a tie for second here, because I'm pretty sure Donny finished fourth before. Alrighty. Let's now check our race results. Okay, I think that should give Donny a tie for second with Michael, as far as I'm concerned. And there's the bottom two. Ali 5th and Rupert 6th. Also Lynn came home third. Oh, okay. So it was Donny who beat Michael to second position. So these are your final points. A clean sweep to me with 16 points. Donny came home second with 10 points. Michael third with 9 points. Lynn was fourth in the first of the two golfs. Ali was fifth, and it was Rupert who came home last in the Nissan 240SX. Another 300 rep points, another 1100 in the bank, and that, as far as I'm concerned, should now conclude stage 2. And it does, as we have now unlocked Jackson Heights. This hotel, by the way, is located at the top of a mountain. In case you either have or haven't figured it out. But anyway. There we go. We are done with stage 2. And now we are on to stage 3. Once the game loads. Alrighty. So we've now got some more new cars available, and Jackson Heights has now opened up. And last but not least, and most critically, we have unlocked the turbo. Put your ride in the fast lane by adding a brand new turbo. Get one installed at Bayview Performance Shops, or your nearest Megalo Parts. Okay.
Wow, now that was a serious win. It's done. The sponsors are happy, your contract's up, and you're free to score another deal. Just maintain your street cred and keep winning.
Alrighty.
Hey, the heights are finally good to go. Head over there and check it out. Seems the road is all clear.
Yeah, thanks, Rachel. Alright, so we've got at least 3 events we need to do in each of our race types, and ultimately we have now unlocked Jackson Heights, which I can assure you is a pretty big area, and I think I'm going to end off this episode in my garage, so then I can save the game, and it also means I will not lose any progress. So that's what we'll do. So just heading up to my garage, and going to enter it because it means I can save the game now. I'll probably have to put on some accessories with this car as well, since I've now filled out some of my obligations. So there we go. Stage 2 is now complete, and next time we will be moving on to Stage 3, and we'll basically be picking up any info and cash rewards we can get in the Jackson Heights area. But anyways, yeah. See you all in the next episode, whenever that is. Whatever, see you then.
No one can rise, I need speed when I'm racing that strip. I got the button, the chip, your car like something to strip. Throw up the key,